You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Media Network. We are live here from beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Season 6 opener for the Racers Elite Xfinity Series here on Wednesday nights. As always, we are Angel Santiago, and as always, and wonderful to say, my broadcasting partner here, Troy Thomas. Troy, how have you been? Happy New Year, everyone, and well, Happy New Year to you too, buddy.
Yeah, Happy New Year and everything else to everybody else. Man, I am just glad to get here to get back racing here in the Xfinity Series.
I am extremely excited as well. I'm grateful to be back here on Wednesday nights, especially with you, man. It's been I'm almost losing track of how many seasons we've been working together on this now.
It's been a few, and I enjoy every minute of it.
It's been, well, see, I've been on, the Sim Racing Media Network now for, it'll be going on 4 years here. So definitely the longest tenured, I think, when it comes to the, at least partner-wise, I think. So this has been really nice.
All right, yeah.
In that department. For us, what's also nice is we get to put on Xfinity, or we get to talk about the show that these Xfinity drivers are about to put on here, and we've got a nice, large field for, well, I guess it's no surprise for what is, you know, a show or track like this, Indianapolis.
Oh, everybody wants to get a win here at the Brickyard. So we have a total of I think 24 cars here tonight. So this should be a very entertaining race.
Very entertaining race. I do agree on that one. There's thank you, Robert, for joining us in our YouTube chat. We hope to very much enjoy watching or enjoy this season as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. Of course, the four corners. I know they're all identical, but they're all entirely different, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They look the same, but trust me, people, they are not the same.
And I think the most critical really are I think are going to be turns 2 and 4 here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Turn 2 and 4. I mean, it looks these cars are going to be loose to begin with, and they're going to tighten up as the tires get all hot and slick. So, let's just start the season how we ended it. It's going to be tires, tires, tires.
I love tires and tires. You are right. We have going over here, the race info for tonight, 66 degrees for the ambient track temp. So keeping it cool out on track, I guess would say, compared to most races, which means, just as you mentioned, going to be very slick for these drivers early on in the run.
Yeah, we have 83% humidity, overcast, and got a 16-mile-per-hour wind. So that'll be a little headache on these drivers.
You mentioned some of the drivers having a little bit of a maybe hitting the chip at the end of these straightaways, even with some of this draft. I wonder if maybe that's what's playing into that effect where they're having a 16 miles per hour tailwind that's allowing that to happen.
Yeah, you could have hit the nail on the head on that. And that could have been why they're hitting the rev limiter almost as they enter in turn 3. So
it's definitely gonna be very, very different entries in 1 and 2 as we get going through this. We got 75. Sorry, between 1 and 3, we have 75 laps here to complete tonight. As looks like we have our qualifying is all set. 26 drivers here tonight.
Wow.
How awesome is that?
That's awesome. That's great.
Great job for these drivers. The admins, of course, Andrew, for the work he put in to be able to get this additional drivers. So we're going to go ahead and pull up our qualifying grid here in just a moment. All right, and Jacob Plank, he was fast in practice. And you know what? I guess no surprise. He's going to be sitting on pole here tonight for today's race. 52:29. A tenth and a half quicker already than second place Truth Hoke.
Yeah, he's holding the mail on that 35 Ford Mustang tonight for sure.
Ooh, boy. Then we have, so Truth there in second. Sean Dunaway, only 2 1,000ths of a second off of Truth's time there. That's pretty impressive as well on its own. Then we have, no, let's see, no, I'll go ahead and back to the other view. I wanted to show you the cars, but can't see them this way. There we go. Sean Dunaway, Brandon Honeycutt, row 2, again, no surprise, the Sean's together.
We ain't even started the race yet. They're together.
New season. The Sean Merriman, Andrew Teff there in row 3. Row 4 is Cody Bonelli. I hope say that correctly, and Lee Campbell. Look at that, the number 90. All right, that's my favorite number. All right. Then we have Aaron Marcus and Kyle Hess there in row 5. Kyle as well, newcomer to the Xfinity Series. Move forward with Curtis Ecker, Jesse Fox in row 6. Todd Slauson and Dennis Kane in row 7. Of course, familiar names here. Aaron Roth and Kirby Wainscott make up row 8. Paul Shaw and Pete Polini there in row 9. Row 10 belongs to Cooper Reddick and Matthew Jarrett. Richard Odie and Alex Teff there in row 11. Tim Wright and Trevor Woodward make up row 12. And then rounding out the field there is Matt Medler and Ryan Coker. Hope I said that.
So,
hope I said all those correctly. You just correct me here after the race.
Got a big field tonight to open up this season, so.
Beautiful. 26 cars. See as everybody's just coming across here. Not to be surprised, some great-looking paint schemes out there tonight as well.
Oh, yeah. That's usually what we aim for is paint schemes.
There we go. All right, here we go. Again, 26 cars here tonight for 75 laps, about 20 laps for that fuel run. So we'll see if what these drivers are going to be able to do stretching that as well. Maybe using some of that draft to save some fuel on these long stretches.
Yeah, but if they're going to do that, they need to start saving gas early. So
already,
if they need to be clutching it or something right now. So that's the thing about fuel saving. You can't just wait and do it. You got to plan it out and stick to the game plan, so to speak.
Thank you, Jesse, and of course, Chicken Coop Racing, as always, as well, for jumping in with us. Good luck to all of you, your drivers, and Jesse, you tonight. Troy, I hope we're ready for this one, and take us away as we get this one started. I know we're still going through one more turn, but a long stretch before we get to the start-finish line.
We're like everybody else. We're ready to go.
I'm ready. You know, you said 2 weeks has almost felt like it was too long. We're gone for so long. You see all that rubber getting kicked up already. Wow.
That new debris thing that they implemented onto the new season is the iRacing pace car pulled off on pit road. Barney's in the stand waiting to wave the green flag to get these boys a racing. Green flag in the air. We are racing here at the Brickyard.
They get through here. 1 and 2. Again, long, big, wide turns that do make up this track. Is that they're all just trying to make it off of turn 2. You're going to hear quite a few drivers probably hitting that wall. I can do an overall pretty good job. Look at this speed here. Already 190 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
Look on here, last year's champion Lee Campbell in that number 60 decided to stick with that new number and paint scheme after coming home with a championship last season.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd probably stick to the same thing. It won't be a championship, so.
I agree as well. I would probably do the same thing. And
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Give it there, Jacob Plank. He's going to lead lap 1 of the new season with Sean Dunaway there in second place. Truth dropping there back to the 4th position. That outside might be a bit of disadvantage. Some of these restarts, at least at that, front row.
Yeah, I mean, it's early, first few laps into the new season. You're just trying to feel your car out. And then, also a lot of these guys are racing with some new drivers the first time. Oh, we have a spin.
Yeah, I heard someone hit the wall, and then I saw
seen smoke. Trevor Woodward has crashed.
Let's jump right on to that. This number 6 car.
Number 6.
Oh, man, that nice yellow...
Pennzoil.
Or red and yellow.
Shell.
Shell?
Is it Pennzoil?
Shell, Pennzoil? Yeah, there's a Pennzoil one on the back. You're technically
we're
right.
Good. We're both good.
Let's get an idea of what happened to the 6 car. Oh, he's...
Oh,
the 82. Not sure exactly what happened to this 82 here. He's going to get loose off this corner. He's loose already here. I'm pointing at the screen as if you guys can see me. Hold on.
We got our laser pointer here pointing at you.
I'm surprised I haven't done that more often here, to be honest with you guys. All right. Let's jump on board here quickly with this number 82 car. We got a nice long caution lap, so we have time to get through this here. Listen to this. Oh, you know what?
I think Trevor just came up into it a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I thought it looked pretty loose, but maybe that's just the skew of this car. And
yep.
I didn't get a good view of that. Yeah, you know what? I apologize, Tim. And Woodward just came up.
Just a racing deal, though. Just came up. Don't know if his car got loose, but.
And that's another thing for the 6, exactly. Something could have happened to 6. He could have just pushed up, and sometimes there's not really much you can do either, especially with these early tires.
Yep.
All right, well, here on lap 3, we have our first caution here of the evening. First caution of the new season. So while we get through
any takers?
I'm hoping to see maybe a taker or 2.
Oh, Sean Dunaway, Andrew Teff, I think that's Curtis Ecker, Dennis Kane, Chicken Coop Racing, it looks like pretty much.
Well,
I figured.
The back half of the field, at this point, it's...
Yeah.
Track position is huge, though. So, if you're anyone in the back and you have, there's Ryan Coker in the back, Richard Odie, think there's 8 spots up right now, 12 spots for Ryan, even more than that. So this is going to be a big gain for them. But if you're in the back, go ahead, go, top it off, get some fuel, and see where can maybe get maybe a little bit of an advantage afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, they have nothing to lose. Most of these cars are towards your back, so go ahead and try.
That's not a half bad idea. All right, while we get through here, this first caution, we'll get through our first commercial break here of the evening, everybody. Hang on tight. We'll be right back. All right, back live here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway here in Speedway, Indiana. Rob Yost as well jumping in our chat. I think that's a great point of view as well. He said that Hess looked like he was in the wall right in front, and that Wright was just probably going low and didn't realize the 6 was there. So because the Wright was pretty far off the wall as well. I don't think maybe we mentioned that as at least a little bit of a credit to the 6 car. Again, nobody really in fault there. Just 2 guys in the same spot. And
just a racing deal.
Absolutely. It's gonna be part of the deal, as you mentioned there. But nonetheless, all drivers still out here on track. And again, we mentioned some great paint schemes, some usual paint schemes as well. See this number 35 and 13, very symbolic with these 2 drivers so far.
Yep, and then Truth and his number red, and then got Sean Marion with the Days of Thunder throwback.
I like that one there. Nice little addition to that. And the number 90 here for Cody. This is Miami colors. Probably a little South Miami. A little South Florida person, yeah. Pensacola. Oh, is that Pensacola? No. Oh, all right. Of course, we had to go zoom in, right? We know we're going to the trees.
Yeah.
So,
any other time we'd been all right, but since we wanted to look at it.
Yeah, that's how it is. Let's see. 57. Aaron Roth. He's got a pretty nice looking paint scheme here as well.
Yep, and of course Jesse Fox in his Sunoco colors. Do like that paint scheme, that gray and blue.
That gray can look really good. With that blue. You're right. Right there with Jesse.
Then the blue and the yellow, of course, always looks.
Oh, they always look very, very nice together. But what looks very nice is going to be the flag man dropping the green as soon as these drivers get ready to go green. You see, there you go, the iRacing.com pace car hit pit lane. Jacob Plank, he's the control man. They're going to get to the Geico restart zone, which is just a little further down where they're at. And he's going to go, there it is. We are green flag racing once again from Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. Jacob Plank with a great run there into 1, and coming off of there, it'll be a battle really between the 14 and 18 for that 5th position as they go single file for the first 4.
Yeah, Sean lets him go by. Don't really fight him. And Lee Campbell tries to stick his nose in there, but thinks better of it.
And this is just sometimes not necessarily worth the battle at that moment in time. There you go. It's
14 looking inside of the 90 going in turn 3 here.
Yeah, go ahead and get that from him. That's the 14. Aaron Marcus. Remember the 14 previous was that 60 of Lee Campbell. So that took a break for season and got a new driver in that number 14. Oh, we got a
Ooh.
3 wide in the back there.
Dennis
Nearly.
Kane shot out of took a left turn there, and I guess that's 03 of Reddick behind him.
Yeah, and a 24 of Ryan Coker. So.
Yep.
Ooh, he's wanting to get. Yeah, he wants to try to get clear. He doesn't want to get stuck on the outside, and that's,
pushes up high.
Yeah, that he wanted to go around him. The 09, the 03, and now here comes a 43 of Alex Teft.
And Curtis Ecker behind Alex, pushing him down the back stretch.
No, his significant other. She's usually out here watching, cheering him on.
Right on cue.
There it is. There. Thank you as always. I had to jump back over and check. I promise, guys. There it is. He's up 6 spots on his as well there, and he came in pit lane that last time around. Overall, staying side by side. That jump back to the front of the pack where Jacob Plank just put down the fastest lap already of the day, 52.75, and it's just going to be clean air to the front nose of whatever nose you have, Ford, Chevy, or Toyota tonight.
I think the whole field just put in their best lap of the day.
That is very much true.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that. Well, they did have a full lap, in lap 2, but you're not quite comfortable yet up to speed. Ooh, it's 22. Look at Todd Slauson, his new paint scheme here. We forgot to mention, he's usually one that likes to bring a new one out for the season.
Yeah, he's not in the Code Red Toyota Supra this year. He's just in the Mountain Dew Supra this year.
But it's a nice one, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Odie kept keeping his, and here it is. You see Sean Dunaway trying to make up some of those spots after being the furthest forward driver to have pit that last caution. Now taking away the 12th position away from Aaron Roth.
Yep. Not much battling going on at the moment. They're just trying to see what looks like Aaron's got some damage into the rear of the car there.
Yeah, I think that actually happened on the initial start of the race, on the pace laps. I think I saw that when we were about to go green, and I was going to mention it. Wow, you're going to see that often there off of any one of these. Perfect time there. Full view of 14. Where, coming off of these turns, you see the 43 a little loose into the corner, but now the 47 all the way up. It's showing the 47 on his paint, but it's showing across our ticker as the 67 for Pete. So just keep an eye for that one. Wow.
Yeah, these cars are going to get loose later in the run coming off the corner. So, like I said, you have to keep your eye on that in about 10 more laps or so.
Yeah, well, and again, this is Pete's first race here in the Xfinity Series with, of course, Racers Elite. So.
Truth Heart in the wall.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's Honeycutt will take second, and then Aaron will join Honeycutt in that battle. Wow, I'd be surprised if Truth doesn't have a meatball from that. It turns.
He hit the wall, and then the sad thing was he's chasing down the race leader at the time too. So maybe he can regroup and make another charge here.
Yeah, we're just competing about lap 10 here, so only maybe 7, 6, or maybe 5, 6, 7 laps maybe max, green flag on your tires. So we're going to get to the point here in the next 3 to 4, I'd say, where anybody who's been pushing a little hard might start to see those differences.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one there. So,
the 14! Oh, no! Oh, man. It turned away at the wrong time, and wow.
14 got in the wall, and Truth was just there.
Nowhere to go. Oh, man. 14's going to have a tow, and I'll be surprised if Truth is able to make it back around. All right. Let's go. All right. So we'll jump back over here. This will be the 55 of Truth Hoke. And let's just go on board here to see exactly, what happens. Because this is just immediate.
Yeah. Truth had a good run coming off the corner, but the 14 got loose, hit the wall, and just came down in front of him. Hard hit for both of them drivers.
Yeah, hard hit. Wow.
Oh, hard hit.
And then we'll go jump on board there. 14, show exactly what Oh, never mind. Try it again. There we go. Oh, he's loose. Oh,
got tight coming off the corner and just.
You don't lift. You can't.
No, you can't. This track's momentum based, so.
And they're fighting for top 5, top 3 there. So it's easy to say in hindsight. Oh well, you don't just lift, but
Nope.
It's I would have either. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, Truth didn't have nowhere to go either, so just a hard racing deal between the two. So
as
unfortunate.
Goodness, yeah, that was a hard hit. That was second caution here of the evening. I can imagine that probably most of those drivers who didn't pit in that first time around might come around here, but it still might be early for a set of tires as well.
Yeah, because let's see what the leaders do here.
Well, again, this is why I'm here in the booth, not racing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Looks like everybody's coming down pit lane. Ooh, Andrew Taft with the right turn.
So you get 5 total tire sets. I mean, and yeah, that's not a bad option there.
But unfortunately for Andrew, he's only the lead lap car. Such Trevor Woodward to stay out on the racetrack. So,
well,
it would have worked if more cars would have stayed out.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this is going to work out for Andrew. So, well, while we do, we'll go ahead and take our next break here of the evening. Go ahead and get our sponsor here of Premier Racing Setups. Get them out there. Thank you again to them for coming back on with us as well for the new year, everybody. So we'll be right back. Brief as promised, we're back here. We know the drivers are ready to already probably go back racing, but unfortunately gotta wait just a little bit still for that for iRacing there. So how about we go ahead and bring in our chief here, chief man, and Andrew. Actually, before we do that, I want to make sure he's not gonna pit here.
Nope.
No.
He's staying out.
He's staying out. So this is a long caution, so we can definitely bring him on in. And Drew, this is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. How are you doing tonight? And here for a new season.
Hey, doing pretty good. How are you?
We're not bad, man. We're talking about, we missed it. We're happy to be here and had 2 weeks of sadness, but we're back, and here you are, deciding to do some strategy here on Indianapolis to start the season.
Yeah, I saw that wide open track to the right, and I just had to take it. So.
You just looked good to pass up, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Jacob's just really fast tonight, so I think I got to try something different to beat him because I don't know if I'm quicker than him. So I figured just get off strategy and see what happens.
Are we going to strip his car down to the roll cage if he wins the race tonight?
Nah, I think he's just he's got it going on here. Yeah, I think it's just talent.
I think that's fair. Andrew, I know it's still a long way to go back around, but we'll go ahead and send you back anyway, so that way you have your time to settle in, talk with your teammates, and get going on this, some old tires here.
All right. Thanks, guys.
There we go. Mentioned that's our, the man in charge here, Andrew Taft, as we enter turn 3. Again, a little bit, we'll come back around, and I'll let you take this one and get around for us, Troy. But in the meantime, you got a lot of hungry drivers behind them, and I think Brandon Honeycutt might be in a pretty decent position as well.
Yeah, I do too, but I think that outside line might be a crutch tonight. as they head down in turn 1. But who knows? It might come in later in the evening. But at this moment, I think the inside lane's where we need to be.
His best shot is to go late because he wants them not to have the advantage on him on the with the fresh tires going to the corner. But let's take us away.
The iRacing.com pace car pulls off the road again, goes down pit lane. Barney patiently awaits the cars getting into the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air. We are racing back here to Indianapolis. Andrew got a good jump into turn 1. However, that 35 car is hungry as we head off into heading to turn 2.
Can he hold it? He's gonna get
Andrew
a good
fights
run.
him off.
Wow, nice job there for Andrew to hold him off. That's gonna be big. At least one lap. Every lap is gonna matter here.
Oh yeah. So head down into turn 3, top 3 single file.
Oh, it's just too tight for Andrew.
Yeah.
He can't hook the bottom.
No. Just got to roll out of that throttle when you.
Here, just try to get a good run down the stretch, not hurt yourself too much. Jacob Pank back to the front as Honeycutt. Yeah, see, that's a good job by Tef right there. Get a good run off of the turn, and he's actually going to stay in second.
Yep.
This is a battle back there for the 11th position, 10th if you include Lee Campbell, just about.
Top 10's nose to tail here. Whew.
Oh, 9,000
Yeah, 9,000 RPM.
RPMs out of these V8s are just, oh my goodness. You know what? Just make a better sound here for us.
One of the better sounding cars on the service here.
I could not disagree more. Oh my goodness, what a great sounding cars. All of them here. This 25 of Paul Shaw. He's also got a new paint scheme here this season. And
yes, he does.
This is very nice. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna.
I like
time
the green. I like the green in the trees on his car. That looks pretty.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah, there it is.
Mid-Pack Motorsports. I like that. That's a sharp looking car you got there, bud.
Side action, front action there. Yeah, very nice. See the 14 trying to make his way back up a little bit as we go back up here to the front as Andrew Tept is now under attack from Sean Merriman as Brandon Honeycutt's now falling back.
Honeycutt's probably saving tires, so.
I'm surprised there.
He's one of the best ones out here saving tires. As the 90 tries to peek his nose in there.
That one's close.
Cody's like, I want that position too. Have a drag race down the back stretch here. Andrew's just gonna let me have it. That's the exhaust pipe, the flame shoot out of the exhaust pipe there. That's a beautiful sight. Sean Dunaway now is on the attack mode.
There it is. I mean, and these guys are just going to keep picking them off one by one. And I mean, again, Andrew's being respectful, just giving them the space and just trying to, minimize the damage that it comes to him because he's still 5th place here. And we did go green, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but 4 laps ago already almost.
Yeah, so he should be pitting pretty soon. I know he pitted on lap 3, so.
That's right. Yeah, he's going to have to come in sometime here in the near future. You're right.
Somewhere around lap 25, maybe, I would think.
Yeah, depending
There's Richard.
Oh, man.
Oh, are we?
Everybody's trying to avoid just... and they just caught him at a bad time, because, again, he stayed in his lane, but just catching him at a bad time, where you're coming off the corner. And he's carrying just enough momentum because of the good, how line he's running as it is. Ooh, and
that's something we really don't talk about, even catching a car at the wrong time to pass 2 makes it even worse on you guys.
actually, Richard Odie just ran his fastest lap of the day there, 53:39, which is well, previous to that was actually pretty good. Merriman.
Sean Merriman ran his fastest lap, so business is picking up a little bit.
Well, we mentioned at the start of the broadcast where the earlier or the further up you are, you know, the more clean air you have. And that's going to be almost an issue. The 14. Oh, man.
That's 14 again. Oh, have Trevor Woodward back there. I think he saved it.
They both saved it, but they both had this problem at the same spot again.
Turn 2 is Calamity Corner so far in this early part of the race.
Yeah, turns 2 and 4. Those are difficult areas for a lot of these drivers, and it's just that's the difficulty of it. Oh, look at this great view here off of 4.
Yeah, this is a good view.
Come all that speed into here,
80 and 90 miles, almost 190.
Honeycutt's got a very hungry Richard Odie all over his back bumper here.
There's Lee Campbell looking on it, trying to bring the.
Odie almost loses it. I don't know how he didn't lose it there. We're going to be 3 wide. Honeycutt's like, come on, guys. Let me out of this.
Ooh, whoa. From that angle, it looks like Richard just cut the nose off of Lee's car.
I don't know how Odie still had the momentum there. Lee must have also let
Wow.
off a little bit too, but Brandon definitely let off.
Yeah, he's like, we're not going 3 wide into turn 3, fellas, not yet.
But this early into the run as well, you wonder, just putting too much wear in those tires early for drivers like Odie and Campbell, but it's working for now. So
yeah, Richard Odie's up 16 positions, so he's in the top 5 at the moment. Oh, gets a little sideways there off of 1. I'm sorry.
Track temp is
96.
Right now. Temp stayed about the same.
So the track temp's getting hotter. Yep. Oh, another car. Looks like Matthew Jarrett back here in the back gets the wall a little bit.
And as well, they go laying rubber down as well. That will also increase the that tire wear.
Oh yeah.
Tire wear is always worse, especially at these tracks that if you guys don't know, ever look up the way Indianapolis is made. Talk for a moment there. Jesse Fox is with that Tef. But the way it's actually been paved and the way you look at it is it's grooved. It's kind of got ridges almost, and that really chews away at the tires.
Just like a cheese grater, just gnaws at them tires.
And so, but what happens is that once the rubber actually goes filling those grooves.
Phew. And
it's then running off of your tires making more contact with rubber and pavement than just with those sliding across the screws and doing that damage, as you mentioned, cheese grating. So that's where the improved tire wear comes in. That
just look around the edge of the track at the tire wear, the little marbles up there. So perfect. You mentioned at the start the update from iRacing where you're going to have more of that debris, where you see kicking up more. We saw those, again, the marbles, the rubber being picked up. See if we can get a view off of yeah, right there. You can see off the... Can't really tell by that angle, but... Not too much here. Oh, Brandon, dirt racing in off the corner there, Brandon Honeycutt.
Quite a few of them.
Oh, Richard Odie.
Oh, you know what would be a good idea? I know. Go one of these cars further back that's been running the outside a little more. There you go, Fox.
And now he goes in. He runs lows the moment. Andrew's fighting at the moment here, getting in and out of the throttle.
Dennis Kane coming in on lap 25.
And Matthew Jarrett. Huh.
So we're going to scroll through a couple more of these guys. Everybody's going to go ahead and kind of single file it out here. But you see where it is darker on that inner line compared to where it's further up. Even here, where they're not doing it, there's not as much pressure against the tires. Right, use that 57. Whoa!
Oh, Kyle gets a little loose right there off of turn 2.
He's trying right there behind Andrew as well, trying to make that pass. There's always something going on here. This big old 2.5 mile oval. 2.5 is quite the size.
Yeah, this ain't Indy cars running around it either. So these are a little bit more. This is more challenging than Indy cars, I think.
Here comes Honeycutt now here on lap 26.
Honeycutt down.
So this is about, let's see, 14 laps later, but I think that this probably puts them on a one-stop strategy from here.
Yeah, be close. I mean, if he can go to lap 46, he still have to pit twice, though, if he goes 20 laps. So
they must feel like they can get 25 out of it, maybe then.
If they feel like 25, and let's see.
I mean,
oh,
wow. But right now it's 25 for Andrew, but we've had somebody hit it hard the wall. Hard
I heard
contact.
That the 25 car?
That's the 25 car.
You see the marbles and everything flying from behind him, so.
Oh my goodness, that was a hard hit. I don't know if you guys, I'm not sure if that comes across in the broadcast the way we heard it, but wow.
No, we heard it on our end.
Oh man. Let's see.
Car looks fine, so.
Let's see if we can try to go back to this one. Let's see. May have already hit the wall by this point.
Yeah, but we both heard it, so.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to try to get that one on there. So, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and we'll continue on here. And now lap number 28 already here. Kind of unbelievable. And well, I was trying not to mention anything, but right now, Brandon Honeycutt is not the second place car. It is a 6-second lead nearly for Jacob Plank right now in that number 35. That is unbelievable. As you see the 4 of Dennis Kane get really loose as he was trying to make that pass, or just, get past that number 18. As Odie, look at him still trying to battle there with that number 60 of Lee Campbell.
Yeah, they're battling for the 4th position here on the racetrack.
With number 90 of Cody right behind the 60.
Cody just watched him, and Matthew Jarrett behind him, who's a lap down because he just pitted a couple laps ago.
Got Slauson and Ecker right now. These two are battling for that number.
Yeah, but look at Truth. He's up 8th position from that earlier wreck.
And look at Jesse Fox as well. He's closed up to this battle right in front of him.
Yeah, good run for Jesse at the moment, too. So
he's kind of looking on to this fun battle right in front of him.
Oh, Todd gets loose. Looks like Todd's got a little bumper damage as well.
Yeah, that's probably from one of those restarts. That accordion effect can get pretty bad. And 69, he's got a pretty good run, but Jesse's a nice driver, so he's gonna go ahead and back out of that one.
Yeah, Jesse's not gonna push the envelope on that, so he might try again coming off a 4 here.
He actually got really, really good there onto the rumble strip there.
Yeah, he turned forward good. Yeah,
really, really good through there.
So look, that tells me he's got a good handling race car at the moment.
Well, I mean, and to say this many laps into the run, I mean, we went green lap 14, so this is 14, 15 laps into this run already. So the 22 just tags that one a little bit.
Yeah, because they did in lap 12, so.
You know what? The 69 has a lot of rear brake dialed into it. You see how loose he got into the turn?
They are using the brakes here at this racetrack, too. You got to slow these big, heavy stock cars down somehow, and you're not just letting out of the throttle.
And that's the key here as well, to try to dial the brake back as much as you can, the brake bias. It's so difficult. It makes it more difficult, of course, but you're also taking heat out of that right front. So it's also doing you help in the long run on some of these.
It's such a challenge to find the sweet spot on your brake bias and everything. Some people like to use more rear brakes. Some like to use less rear brake. I mean, it's just.
Do you have a particular preference yourself, Troy?
I use less rear brake. But it varies from racetrack to racetrack.
Oh yes, and while we were
There's Alex.
Andrew had actually pit on lap 28, so that was just a couple laps back there. And he was in the 15th position back there?
Yes, sir. I believe you are correct.
So.
But now he feels like Superman at the moment.
Oh, yes. As now Curtis Ecker, that number 19, going to come down.
Such a lonely camera shot coming down pit road right there at him.
A long pit road, too. As you see the 43 now looking
what a battle here.
90 and the 60s looking to join him as well.
And there's the 55 we have there, so. Oh, the 90 in the wall.
Wow.
Good job. I bet Truth just had flashbacks.
She was like, come on, man.
Not again.
Yeah. 90 seems to be all right. We'll jump quickly on board.
I even got the the roll cage matches. That's perfect.
I think it looks like his something like a pink feather going on for the helmet. The helmet as well. And even the pink shoes.
I think.
All right, he's coming down pit lane.
Yep.
You know what? Go ahead. Smart idea here.
Yep.
That is number 90 of Cody Bonelli.
Was battling. Well, he's up there battling for the 5th position at the time before he pitted.
Then we jump back up to Jacob Plank right now with a 6.2 second lead. It's just unbelievable.
I mean, he's still sub 53s. I mean, he ran a 52.70. He's run a 54.84. So he's the only driver at the moment that has not pitted running in the sub 55s at the moment.
Yeah, that's just incredible. We had Merriman do a couple on lap 29 and 30 where he was faster actually than Plank, but it's kind of fluctuated there. It was 4/10 slower, then a 10th faster, nearly 3/10 quicker, 10th slower, 4/10 slower. So it's back and forth definitely for him. And the 22 of Tots Lawson and the 57 of Aaron Roth also came down pit lane as Jesse Fox is also now coming down.
Jesse's in pit lane at the moment, so I'm sure Jacob's just trying to maintain the gap at the moment.
He just keeps on pulling away, I think.
I know. I just looked at it. He's almost gained. It's almost at an 8-second lead. It was just a 7. Wow.
And then Pete Polini's coming down as well here. And so these drivers are kind of still right around each other. Alex Teff, Truth Hoke, and Lee Campbell. Two biggest movers of the race. Alex Teff is one of them. That 43 is up 17 spots.
Wow, impressive.
And the other one is actually right in front of him there, Richard Odie.
Yep, Richard Odie.
Now remember, he actually used these are some of the drivers that used that strategy on that first pit stop, and here he comes along with Sean Dunaway and Truth Hoke as well.
Yep.
Did they get stopped? Oh, was he speeding on pit lane?
I think he might have got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, and a whole lot of drivers following suit in here too.
Yep, business is booming on pit road on lap 35.
See if it's 20. Yeah, see, this is where it has to be that they can make it, where it is the 20 laps, because this is where it opened up and everybody said, I want tires.
Yep. As soon as you're in your pit fuel window, you pit.
I mean, what do you do at this point, I guess, for Sean Merriman? It's make sure you stay in second, or here comes Jacob Plank finally. Yep.
If I'm Sean, I'm pitting right now as Jacob blocks it up. I'm pitting right now too as he is. So it sounds bad, but I'm just be racing for second position at the moment until caution flag comes out or something.
Richard Odie comes off of pit lane, and he does not have.
No, he did not have. So he did get it slowed down.
Also, getting off pit lane is important here. You got to go all the way around, and it can sometimes bite you if you come too far out.
Oh yeah, that rejoin the track black flag.
That should have happened to Martin Truex Jr., didn't it, once?
Yep.
I was just thinking about that now.
I think one race it happened to a bunch of them because Chase Elliott did it once. I think
That's
there's a couple.
right. Yes.
Couple of drivers did it.
So, and then Merriman did finally come down. You see Lee Campbell as well. Alex Teff making his way down pit lane with Tim Wright in the number 82. Matt Mettler is as well there on pit lane, coming out the number 35, colorful 35. I couldn't jump into that one.
Oh, 311.
Paint scheme there himself, and then
our race leader Kirby, pit lane.
Kirby had stayed out there.
And he should be it. And Andrew's back in the pits.
Jacob Plank is off?
What in the world?
Did I miss something? Yeah, he pulled off and was done right there.
What is... He's...
I don't know what happened. Yeah, no, Brandon Honeycutt is your current new leader. Granted, he's gonna have to come down pit lane earlier than everybody else, but I don't entirely know what happened there.
Is he on the racetrack at the moment?
I am not seeing Jacob Plank on the racetrack right now, and I am so sorry, everybody. I have not done the split for anyone at the side. I am, wow. Very bad.
Wow, that throws...
Let's go back to him coming down pit lane. Let's see if we can... I mean, seems to be pretty good speed here. Unless he just is not able to finish the race for some reason. I think that's happened before with Jacob, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna
stay with him and see what happened. I don't know.
That's it. That's all we've got.
Or, well, there's your race leader who won the truck race last night in their open race at Talladega, Brandon Honeycutt.
So he pit 9 laps earlier than Sean Dunaway, and I mean, it puts Sean Dunaway really in the catbird seat here.
Yeah, because Sean Merriman had about a second slower pit stop or getting in and off pit road than Sean Dunaway and Richard Odie. So
yeah, and so Sean Dunaway and up to second, he just put his fastest lap down of the race, and Richard Odie's now up here in the third with Sean Merriman up on his bumper. So
wow,
nice job with Richard Odie here tonight.
Yeah, he's come to play.
Yeah, absolutely, he has. And you know what? He questioned, Angel, do I want to come back? Do I make a good run? You know, it's like, did I max out? I'm like, Odie, I know how it felt like. You know, you didn't do as good. You felt like this last season as you did the previous one. But that's the typical sophomore season. You know. It's a drop off. Come back, give it another season. Let's see how you feel. And you know, even if you don't get the finishes always, you know, let's see where you're running. You know, are you running better? And you know what? Give him credit. Use some strategy to his advantage, and he's played
paying
well.
off. Yep, absolutely. I think my worst season was my junior. I think a third or fourth season was my worst season, so I know exactly what he was thinking about. I mean, sometimes you're just getting at a driving funk where nothing seems to go right. So I'm glad he's back out, and right now it's paying off. He's sitting there in the third position.
Unreal. Wow. Well, as you see the 0-1, finally, I did not notice how quickly the 0-1 caught the 13. 13 definitely wanted probably a little block. I feel 13's coming down pit lane here.
Yeah, yep, this would be put him at his 25 laps if he locks the brakes up as he comes in.
Yep, actually, no, hold on. No, this is only
No, 30. Yeah.
no. This is only This is 15 laps after his.
Huh. Interesting.
You know, Honeycutt's always has some interesting strategy as well.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He makes it interesting for us. That's for sure.
Well, that puts Sean Dunaway here in the lead right now with a 3-second lead over Richard Odie, Sean Merriman, Cody Bonelli there in 4th, and then Dennis Kane right now in 5th. So, quite the start of this race, huh?
Yep, races took a turn. That's for sure. After these second round of pit stops here, is Curtis Eckert looks on the inside of Dennis Kane as they go into turn 3, and Todd Slosson's just going to follow suit and just join them.
And we do appreciate everybody as well, as always, for joining us here, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, joining us for tonight's race. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button. Get those bell notifications running so that you can hear more about us here on the Sim Racing Media Network. We got so many shows that we get to do for you guys every single week here, and so happy to keep bringing to you the Wednesday night Xfinity Series for Racers Elite, the show they continue to put on is never surprising.
Oh no, absolutely it's not. So we always have a great show. These drivers put on a tremendous race for us, so we're lucky just to be the ones calling the race.
I do hope that we're not having any visual quality problems. If we are, do be sure to let me know. Yeah, I'm still working with this system thing. Plus,
Facebook is good, so
we did upgrade to 32 gigabytes of RAM over the holidays, so to try to get a little bit of an improved experience for everybody. So, I think next up, I figured out was probably a new CPU.
Alex Teff gets a little loose trying to make the pass on Curtis Eckert here.
Alex pit 4 laps after Curtis, so he's going to have that fresh tires advantage along with the 60 of Lee Campbell, and then right behind him is it's the 14 of Aaron Marcus, who's I'll give him credit, he's still out there trying to fight for every position he can, and you know, Trevor Woodward actually ended up calling it quits on lap 19 or 20, and so that was oh no, Peck is back out here.
Huh.
Now he's only 4 laps down, so I say 4, only 4, but the question is what happened? Oh, his computer crashed on him. I see here. He put it in the chat for us.
Oh no.
Man, I am so sorry to hear that.
That'll suck the air out of you in a heartbeat.
Oh man, yeah, that does. That hurts me for you. Wow, what a great situation then that puts in though for some of the drivers, and that's why no matter a driver that's 7 seconds in front and you think, oh my goodness, screw this, you know, I don't care. He's Dennis Kane making his way down pit lane here on lap 45. You say screw it, I don't care, you know, I'm done, but you never know what position it can easily put you in, you know.
That's why I always try to tell my teammates, you know, keep going. If you can drive it, keep driving around the racetrack. Stranger things can happen. So,
I will always test it. It's the first league race I ever did was Gen 6 at Daytona, where a full 43 car field, which, oh my goodness, disaster. So sorry for those broadcasters. But I had my steering wheel was 90 degrees.
We had a car on the backstretch back here. Ryan Coker, yeah. A 24 car.
Oh,
he must
he's off now. Oh, here we go. Actually, they finally popped up for me here.
Right in front of Richard Odie.
Oh. Loose. Oh! Richard Odie actually would be the contact that got into him to cause that. Odie just came flying off the corner, too.
Yeah. Oh, no. Just crack awareness.
Ah, very bad. Odie, yeah, I'm not called nodie brake this time, but it's just, oh my goodness. And did he get? I don't know. It just doesn't look like he got loose to.
24 gets loose here, pushes up the track.
I think he just.
Right, and Odie got tight.
Yeah, he was off throttle, but it's just too late at that point. Okay.
Yep.
That's why
unfortunate.
Well, we jump on. I mean, I'm gonna give him crap anyways because he's my friend and I can do so. But
you're entitled to.
And just because you're here with me, we're friends. You get to do so as well. But we don't do so out of hate for anyone anyway. Truth Hoke getting to the inside of Curtis Ecker again. And Curtis did, he's on older tires than a lot of these drivers, so he's just trying to just manage getting around.
Yep, 3 laps older tires. You wouldn't believe it'd be that big of a difference, but obviously it is.
The fastest pit stop, which we don't often talk about, honestly, but I think I'm seeing for a 14:47 by the number 60 team over there, Lee Campbell.
Let's see where.
And then I think the fastest pit lane time.
Mettler, I see the 51.98. No, 51.05 by Richard Odie.
Well, that would be part of. You know what? Odie didn't take a windshield tear off. I guarantee it. This man will never. If it's a super speedway race, never. Let's see. Can we jump on board or?
Uh-oh, here goes Sean.
Let's go and see the 18 going to go to the inside. And Odie's going to go ahead and let him on by. Smart. It's that one position is not worth it. You're having a top 3 run right now.
Nope, you're out. You guys are 7 seconds in front.
Wow, yeah. You know what? But it may not show for us, maybe because we're on a Brock. I don't know, maybe how different that is.
Yeah.
So, but I had to imagine that's part of what helped him because Odie never takes a tear off. He'll go an entire super speedway race without taking tires and a tear off.
I mean, he was almost 2 seconds quicker than Sean Merriman. So Sean ran a 52.80. Wow. It's 51.05. I mean, that's a lot of time on a racetrack.
No, that's.
We don't talk about it a lot, but you're exactly right. That could gain you a lot of positions being quickest on and off pit road.
He's trying to pull some of that cloud, but we're on the Odie. He's doing good, and that's where we get our fun, our always funny. He'll burn his tires up, but that's what we talked about earlier. The possibility of burning your tires up, and that's where it allowed the 18. And you saw the 18 said, "All right, well, I'll catch him on that long run. I know I'm faster than Richard Odie is, and I gotta go out there and catch the other shot. Oh my goodness, first and second.
Oh. And he was almost 4/10 quicker than Sean Dunaway that lap. Look at that.
There it is. We'll show that at the very bottom where Sean is Sean is catching Sean.
Yep, Sean's catching himself.
Yeah, you see there at the bottom, Merriman is. I mean, it's a long time. I mean, 2.3 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but you see the distance here at Indianapolis is.
Oh yeah, we call it the eye test or whatever. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see the ticker up there anyhow. I mean, it's 2.15, 2.14.
Oh, we're almost wrecking there. Odie there with Dennis Kane and Matthew Jarrett. A couple cars on fresh tires.
I think Richard, he might have burned up his tires there.
Yeah, right now, let's see. He is running... Yeah, 2.6 seconds slower. We'll say 2.5 seconds.
Wow.
We're in a little bit of traffic, maybe you don't have time, but 2.5 seconds slower than his fastest lap. So that's gonna start to show. Well, I mean, look, he's already 2 seconds behind Sean Merriman, and he's got another 5 laps, unfortunately, to kind of suffer with it before he can come down pit lane and get some field goods.
Yeah. To be sure himself, but
Well, and then this is where for a lot of, and then so he had that 6-second lead over Alex Teff, and they were battling together on track between him and Lee Campbell earlier. So the gain on pit lane definitely helped him and separate, and we'll have to see if that doesn't then allow Alex Teff and Lee Campbell to catch him on this long run, or over the next 5 laps. But in about 4 laps, is the 43 is just, dirt tracking it there off of. Doing so through turn 2 as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Woo.
where we're going to be seeing our next set of green flag pit stops, I have to imagine, because, well, we'll open up pit window to be able to make it to the end.
Yep. I mean, they should be getting close, so as soon as the window opens, we'll have takers, I'm sure of it.
These two, Dennis Kane, oh, you know what? Dennis Kane and Matthew Jarrett are actually battling for position on track, too. So while they're trying to get through the lead lap cars on older tires...
They're fighting for position, so can't
Truth,
fault them for that.
Oh, no, sorry. Truth, Cody's actually pitting here. Oh, going to get stopped in
Woo.
time. And I had to say maybe that they can probably make it to the end, maybe here if it's like, just kind of pushing it a little bit.
We'll have to save some fuel, but not push it as hard. But how do you do that when you're racing with each other,
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? Maybe Cody just says, hey, you know what? Having a good race. Go ahead and get out there and try to get out in front of these drivers. And if he starts saving early, then he's not pushing those tires either as well. So then maybe they won't be as worn by the end of the run. Maybe not a bad idea either.
Maybe he can stretch it out. So.
And all he's got to do is get behind somebody and not pass them, and just kind of, keep
just draft off them.
Yeah,
Yep,
clutch it.
you're right. But be careful. You can spin your car out if you're clutching it.
I have done so one too many times myself.
Just stating that, it could happen.
This is the 03, of course, of Cooper Reddick, and then the 24 in front of him of Ryan Coker. Not on the same lap, but Ryan's about 3 laps down right now. Wow!
That's not good for the tires.
No. As Aaron Roth is going to make his way down pit lane here. Thank you again for joining us on Facebook, YouTube. If you're supporting anybody, as always I mention, make sure you let us know. We'll hopefully get a chance to at least jump over to them here in the next 20 laps or so. As man, 26 cars and 25 of them still on track.
Yeah, and our second place position, the Sean Merriman, is in the pit lane.
And he must feel like because he was gaining a ton, so he must feel like either he's just that much faster in the long run that he can equalize it, maybe on Dunaway in front of him and get an advantage. But Slauson, Ecker, Fox, they're all going to go ahead and follow suit here.
Yep, they're like, all right, we're in our 20-lap window, and here comes Matt Mettler down as well. But I'm curious to see if Honeycutt can make it.
That's how no, because it's too many. That's just too many laps.
Yeah.
An additional 10 laps. You see him just slipping and sliding here.
Yeah, Sean Dunaway is in now.
I would say a benefit for Honeycutt would be, staying out and hoping these guys, kind of, and Odie's going to go ahead and follow right behind him.
Oh, hit the wall.
It's okay. You know what? It's the final 20 laps. Go ahead. Take your fast repair and let's go.
Yeah, I think he already used his fast repair up, though.
No, that's right. Yes. Oh, hopefully that's not too heavy of damage for him then.
Al Hess is down there.
That will leave Alex Steft and Kirby Wainscott as your top 2 drivers not to have pit just yet.
Yeah, Kirby was the last taker last round of pit stops.
He stayed out an extra lap or so. Oh, I hear somebody in the wall.
I heard that as well. I looked down to see if anything popped up on our scoring.
I'm not seeing nothing, which is surprising, so I guess we should be all right.
Like nails on a chalkboard, people. If y'all cannot hear it at home like we do, as Alex Steff is now pitting.
Oscar Winscott going to stay out that one more time. As Andrew definitely did not work out that strategy as he had hoped. But we know Andrew, if someone's going to throw strategy out there, it's going to be this number 98.
Yeah, and he's going to keep after it. So, I mean, who never knows? We could have had a caution. It could have worked out for him, but unfortunately for him, this time it did not.
This puts Wayne Scott and Honeycutt there at the top of the board, first and second. Two drivers we know still have to make their way down pit lane. So before we get to that point with 19 to go, we're gonna go ahead and Tim Wright actually go ahead and hit his pit stop here. Excuse me, along with Kirby now. We'll go ahead and hit our final commercial break here of the evening. We'll be just right back as we once again want to thank Premier Racing Setups for joining us here on the Sim Racing Media Network. Thank you everyone for our patience, and thank you again as always to our partners here on the Sim Racing Media Network, and the partners of course with Racers Elite and all those drivers out there that show up each and every week to be able to make this happen. Brandon Honeycutt, one of those, gonna go ahead and make his final stop here onto pit lane, as essentially just kind of made an extra pit stop, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like the road race, and instead of taking 2 pit stops, we're going to go for 3. So,
let's see, and he is I don't
18.
think he's a lap down. Yeah, so technically if a caution came out right now, granted only a few laps for Sean Dunaway, he'd be in a pretty okay spot.
Yeah, he'd be on the tail end, so he...
As Dunaway just put down the fastest lap of the evening for himself, a 53.06 with a 2.7 second lead. As Merriman's got about half second slower there, maybe just really going ahead and taking his time.
Yeah, I mean, he said last time Merriman had the better of the 2 in the long runs. Maybe this time he'll be able to catch him there towards the end of the race.
Wonder if see Richard Odie, is he also going to be he's got let's see, that's the 03 of Cooper. Oh, I was wondering, Cooper was running pretty good. Looks like he actually probably got Dennis Kane coming down pit lane here. He got a pit road speeding penalty, I believe one of the first of the evening, to be honest with you. Everybody's been really good coming down pit lane, so unfortunately there for him.
I'm surprised the way they was locking them up there for coming in pit lane a couple of times.
Then the 90 looks like he had pit a few laps earlier, so he's on that kind of fuel saving mode. About 3.7 seconds right now over Lee Campbell. Let's see, when he had pit on lap, let's see, 52. He was
Lee pitted on 55.
In the 6th position, so as long as he's got 4.7, I mean it's gonna be close for Cody here over the next I'd say 15 laps.
Yep, just pace yourself, and hey, top 5 is not a bad way to start the season out, that's for sure.
No, not a bad way to start off the season at all. With 15 to go, I know that we're going to go, we've talked about just about everybody, but want to make sure that everybody does get mentioned at least once here on the broadcast, especially for our season opener. So let's go ahead and run through the field here. As mentioned, Sean Dunaway from that number is 01 Chevrolet. Then Sean Merriman, which, man, we just can't stop mentioning every season how these two just can't stop being next to each other, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Then we have, and he's from Winchester, Virginia. Richard Odie, well, from New York, or he's a Buffalo guy, so they put it on there. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyways. Cody Bonelli there in the number 90. Then, of course, Lee Campbell, our Season 5 champion from Boston Spa, New York. Alex Teft in the number 43 from Hope Valley, Rhode Island. We have Truth Hoke in that number 55. He's from Hickory, North Carolina. Todd Slauson there in the 8th position. 9th to Kyle Hess from Memphis, Tennessee. And I think a well-appropriate paint scheme as well.
You can't get a better paint sponsor for Kyle at all.
Not at all. That's a Boss Man's number right there, number 86. Not often you see that one used. 19, Curtis Eckman from South Williamsport. And then number 80, Matthew Jarrett coming down pit lane there. He was one that needed to make his way from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Kirby Wainscott from Sparta, Kentucky. Paul Shaw from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. For a moment, I was like, man, did I say that wrong? I don't think about that. Jesse Fox from Casper, Indiana, getting there under Paul Shaw for that 12th position, looking to make that battle happen. Matt Metler, Bills Mafia. He's a current South Floridian right now, down there in PCL. Brandon Honeycutt from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Aaron Roth from Milford, Connecticut. It says New England. I know where Milford is. Connecticut native myself. Okay. Tim Wright, 82. And that. Let's see. Trying to see what that paint scheme may be for him.
Not tell from here.
Every time we do zoom in, we get trees and green. So,
yep.
We may enjoy trees and green, but maybe not right now. The 98, also Andrew Teff, of course, from Rhode Island, from Hope Valley there. Cooper Reddick in that number 03 Mustang. Jacob Plank just put down the fastest lap of the day, everybody, just in case, a 52.71. Only driver, aside from...
No, he's the only driver.
No, Andrew Teff, Marcus, they got a couple guys, but 52.7 is still a 10th quicker. We mentioned Matthew Jarrett. Dennis Kane from Detroit, Michigan. Then down here, Aaron Marcus from Suffield. No, not bunch. I don't know. Sorry. Pete Polini from Sands, Michigan. Ryan Coker here in the number 24. Jacob Plank we mentioned already. And then Trevor Woodward already out here of this race. The first one to the beer stand.
And the only one at the moment, so...
Nice. 25 drivers still out there here tonight. As we got just about 11 laps to go, and Dunaway's stretched his lead out to about 4 seconds right now over Merriman.
Yeah, he's got a different groove at the moment with 10 to go. So if Sean's going to start making a move, or Merriman that is going to make a move, it's time to do it now.
Yep. 10 to go here as equal, about 4 100ths, just under half a second in both of those laps, and unfortunately that needs to be 4 1,000ths of a second a lap right now with 10 to go to be able to make this happen.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. I mean, you're closing in, but that's not going to help you compete there for a win here at the end of the race. So going to turn the wick up a little bit if he's going to make a challenge for Dunaway here.
But with Indianapolis, with these tires, how hot, how difficult it can be, especially with Sean coming up on not so much, clean air in front of him. Sorry, that and Dunaway. Merriman has nobody in front of him until he gets to, Dunaway. So if that's the case in this situation where Merriman can really take advantage where Dunaway's stuck in some traffic and just also... the flip of the switch. Wow, and here we are. 3 wide is going to come across the line for the 4th position. Oh, contact between Alex and Lee Campbell. They're going to back it off, and Cody's just like, wait a minute, I was just trying to say hi.
Whoa.
And Truth Hoke, he's still got a good car. What a great battle here off of 2.
Was not expecting that 3 wide there.
Oh, Cody, hard hit.
Goes in
55
the
gonna get
ball.
around him.
Truce like again.
My goodness, Todd's Lawson as
Todd's
well.
going into the inside of Truth here.
5 cars under a blanket right now here.
Oh. It didn't look as bad as I thought it was.
No, but unfortunately for Cody, I don't think this is gonna work out as well as he had hoped for.
No.
Then Richard Odie's kind of on his own island here. I know he's 2 seconds behind Merriman, but he's not quite shown this pace on the long run to be able to keep up there. So I don't see that changing.
He's 2/10 quicker than Sean or Merriman that last lap, so.
To go, yeah, I guess. No, I'm sorry, it's just throwing back to Alex Tiff. Typically, we expect that to be Andrew Tiff, but it's Alex up here. Nothing against Alex, but, you know, he kind of comes in and doesn't really get an opportunity to run practice. He kind of comes in at the very end and jumps right in. His practice is the race, the first half of the race.
That's his MO for any racing series he's in, at least that I've been in with him. He's right at qualifying, he jumps in there, so good run by Alex tonight.
Man,
up 18 positions.
Truth is a man on a mission, just trying to make up as many of these spots as he can.
Yeah, tries to go back around Todd Slauson for the 6th position. Does so at the moment.
Dunaway, Merriman looking pretty good here. Again, these 2 drivers behind Odie, they're not here for position, so they're just kind of sitting behind him, really, and probably helping him at least a little bit with maybe drafting wise. It might be what's part of helping the speed in the 78 this late in the run.
Yeah, that is true.
So Dennis King will look under now the 03.
Dennis has to ruin the moment there.
Oh, Dennis pit there lap 59, so he's not in lead lap, but he's got some, you know, much fresher tires. Let's jump back here to see what this difference is. You know, it's still about the same, 4 seconds.
Yep. He's just maintaining a decent gap between him and the 2nd place car, Merriman.
I think Dunaway had just a little bit more for us than we knew.
Yeah, he wasn't showing his full hands.
Switch through here. Oh, looking to the inside of Campbell.
Yeah, battling for the 5th position here. We have 6 laps to go.
Closing in here, 6 to go. Kind of hard to believe. I mean, I know this is probably one of the longer ones we've done, but this is hard to believe. It's already 6 to go.
I mean, we've had 2 cautions, so kind of calm for opening a race night here.
Kind of. It's a season opener. We had a minimum 5 to 6 new drivers. You had 2 or 3 weeks off. I mean, I have to say this is fantastic. And Indianapolis is by no means an easy track to come out here and do this. So
no, we had cautions on lap 2 and lap 11. So
I think that's a big testament to these drivers. And of course, this league and everything that Andrew Teff does to make it work is let's see, where's Andrew right now? I turned 17th, down 11 spots from his starting spot.
Pit strategy just bit him in the end. So sometimes it works out for you, sometimes it don't. It's Truce trying to look on the inside of Lee Campbell here.
Truth really wants this one here. It's Lee's like, man, he really wants his top 5. Truth is gonna smack the wall there off of 3. Should be fine here. Lee gonna give him that space though, I think, and just let him go on by.
Yep, and here goes Todd Slauson on the inside of Lee Campbell as we head down the front stretch here.
Oh, man, I just keep forgetting that's Todd Slauson. I'm so used to the red.
Different.
Beautiful paint scheme. I like this one too. Oh, there we go. As he makes that pass there on that number 60. 4 to go now. Man, I can't believe we're closing in here, and Sean Dunaway is looking to finish 1-2. Man, I'm telling you, these two just always. I know we can't stop mentioning it, but it's for a good reason, because it's hard the fact that you can have 2 Seans, and then here we have, 10 extra drivers this race compared to last, and they're still right next, or still close to each other on track, and at least in terms of relative position.
It used to be the Brandon and Brandon shows. We're in Racers Elite now. We got the Sean and Sean.
You see, speaking of Brandon, it's Honeycutt making his way up to the 12th position now. He picked the same lap as Wayne Scott, and Wayne Scott's 14 seconds in front of him, so I don't really see that changing from there.
Unless something dramatic happens with Kirby, so.
And that's we're just coming in here to the closing laps of this race. Mentioning next week we head to Gateway for a sunset race there.
Flat race in Illinois.
Another one of our favorite style of tracks, right, Troy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, you can shut your mouth off. One of them
Man,
flat tracks. I don't want nothing
flat
to do with
tracks.
them.
That's all. You're not going to hear me speak highly of flat tracks unless I'm calling the race.
Oh boy, I do like these races that we get at the end of, because they do put on some good races. Just we don't like to race them at all.
No. No, we just like to be up here and watch them and call the races. So we have a good mix of races in here in this season 6 of Racers Elite of the Xfinity Series.
Sean Dunaway, this is now his. Let me make sure I've got this correct. His 38th start in the Xfinity Series already. And let's see, this was his 6th pole. Oh, no, sorry, I'm sorry, not his pole. I'm sorry, that was oh my goodness, Plank that had the pole, which again, unbelievable how fast he was today, and didn't get the opportunity to. Well, I mean, he showed it for sure. He showcased it.
Yeah, he did. He must have just overheated the computer he was racing on. So his misfortune is Sean Dunaway's gain at the moment.
Yep, he's about a lap and a half away from where he wants to be.
Yep, entered turn 3 for the final time as he heads to the turn 4.
Just off turn number 4. We're gonna cap off a great way to finish or to start this season. Sean Dunaway gonna use the misfortunes of another to slide it around, and he's gonna win here at Indianapolis. Sean Merriman in second, and Richard Odie with a 18 spot gain. It's gonna be tied with Alex Teff for the most spots gained. Unbelievable. He'll finish 4th. And truth, almost, man, he was hungry to come back
coming.
there. One
he
more
was
lap.
coming.
Yeah, he gave a little bump to Alex. He said, hey, one more lap and I had you. Wow. What an unbelievable turn of events right there.
It was a great race there.
You know what? This is a stat that I don't think that we're going to be prepared for. This is Sean Dunaway's first career Xfinity win. It is. I'm going to double check this, but
That's hard to believe.
that is correct. He's finished in the top 5 in 50% of the races he's competed in the Xfinity Series, and this was his first victories. He's gonna burn down. Oh, it don't matter. It don't have to pass. It doesn't have to pass inspection.
Yeah, there's no inspection.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Congratulations to him. Well, that's a great job.
Yeah, great job. Oh, everybody in the field.
Richard Odie. This is gonna be his 6th career top 5 finish. And then Merriman. Well, we'll come back over to that in just a moment because I believe we do have a race winner to bring in. I'm gonna let you take this away.
Sean Dunaway. This is Angel Troy in the booth. You got us, bud?
What's up, guys?
Man, I think this is your first Xfinity win in the Racers Elite.
I know. I did it. Finally. I've been in the booth how many times without a win? So
I think, Angel, you said he finishes in the top 5, 50%.
He has a 50% top 5 finish rate. Yes.
Yeah.
He has 19 top fives and 38 starts.
Wow, that's impressive stat,
Sorry,
man. But
39 starts. Yeah.
tell us about your car for tonight, bud. It seems you had a fast hot rod.
Yeah, it was really fast. I took that gamble on that very first caution to come in and fill it up. I was confident that I could get back up there pretty fast, and it happened. It was too bad that Jacob's internet went out there.
Man, yeah, computer crashed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, it's a little unfortunate to win like that, but a win's a win. I'll take it.
Hey, you got to take it any way you can get them, can't you, man?
Right.
I mean, couple laps, you'd be faster than the Merriman, and Merriman get faster than you. I mean, was you just maintaining the gap for the end of the race there?
No, I was just, kinda. I was just kind of going as fast as I could, I would say. Because, that last run definitely had plenty of fuel. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna mess around with my brake bias, see kind of what works, what's the fastest way around there. And it definitely worked out for me. So yeah, the last lap I definitely took it easy just to make sure I got to the line there. But yeah, other than that, I was hauling.
I mean, after the 2 early cautions, we had everything calmed down, and you were just on a rail from the in on out, bud.
Yeah, pretty excited about it. Yeah, first
Oh
win.
yeah. What is your season outlook look for Racers Elite right now?
It's looking pretty positive now. That's for sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna miss any races this season. Knock on wood there. But I'm hoping maybe like a top 5 in the playoffs. Maybe a couple extra wins for sure now. That would be great. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
An excellent run tonight. We're glad to get the monkey off your back, so to speak, with the win. And before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, family, friends, or anyone?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, my mom and stepdad for always watching, and then of course my cats for always trying to ruin my race.
Yeah, I know I have to shut my doors and keep mine out.
Yeah, for sure. Mine was during practice he wouldn't get off my lap, but I had to force him off, unfortunately.
We've had the dogs or at least we've had Everett for a year now, so he's been very, very good. We've not come up on broadcast, but he's in the room anyways with my fiance as well. So we appreciate all their efforts as well for us.
Yep, for sure.
They
All
just
right,
want to
guys.
be heard.
All right, John, thank you so much, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut him out there. Oh, all right, go ahead and bring Sean Merriman for this one. Sean Merriman, this is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. Do you got us, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas?
Well, what a race. Walk us through. I mean, we had, of course, Jacob Plank mentioning where his computer crashed on him, and suddenly it went from a possible just barely racing for second to, hey, there's a chance for somebody else to win this race.
Yeah, I told him in the Discord, I pitted right behind him, and I'm paying attention to my stuff, and I look up, and next thing he was gone. I didn't know if he went gas and go there for some reason and already took it off, and I missed it or what happened, and then I saw he disconnected and popped back up, but yeah, he had us covered, so it really sucks that happened to him, but it opened up for the rest of us. Sometimes you have issues like that, but he's a hell of a driver. He'll get his fair share of wins here.
Yeah, and I think you said it great that he will have his fair share of wins. He clearly showed the speed that he had tonight.
Yeah.
We joke always that there's always the Sean and Sean show here on Wednesday nights, and you two just continue to somehow find your way next to each other on track. Walk us through what it's like here for Racers Elite and the opportunity to continue to race against most of the same drivers each week, but also the fact that this was a season opener with only 2 cautions, which I know for a fact you just can't say for many other leagues at all.
Yeah. Racers Elite is really clean league for the most part. I mean, you have your nights, you have your races where people can't stay off each other, and it's pace lap after pace lap after pace lap. But for the most part, this is a clean league, and I owed Sean one from, I guess, Daytona last year. I wrecked him on the last lap, missed time to run on him. Granted, I mean, we were never super close tonight where I gave it back to him. But I don't. There's the first round of green flag stops. I came in like a second up on him, and by the time it cycled back out, he was like 3 seconds up on me. So I don't know if I took it way too easy getting on pit road, or if he smoked it right to the line. But I mean that was all it takes. I mean you really have to blow a corner on this track for someone to catch you, and he just ran a clean rest of the race from there and never make that time back up. But he's a good driver too. I mean, it's not he definitely didn't luck into it. I, I'm perfectly happy with second. It was a strong run. Like you said, good way to start the season off. Hopefully continue that for the next 12, 13 races, however many we got.
I could not agree more there, Sean. We then head, speaking of the next couple of races, we get out to the flat track of Gateway over there in St. Louis. How does that track feel, for old Merriman here, and see what we can get ourselves a win over there, maybe?
I've never ran a lap there in the Xfinity car. I'm super inexperienced in the Xfinity car. I mean, last season was however many races I ran last season is about all the races I've ran in this car. So I'm still learning it. I think I'm just taking it to it way better than I ever took the truck or anything. Because I hated flat tracks, but then I ran really good at New Hampshire. So I don't know, maybe Xfinity car and me at flat tracks is just a better combination. So I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully keep it clean and get a top 10 out of it. But who knows? I've run a couple laps here the next week, but my idea of practice is maybe like 4 or 5 laps. I can't just sit there and run all by myself. That'll bore the heck out of me after about 5 minutes. So kind of get a feel for it and get out there with the rest of the guys next Wednesday and have some fun.
I agree there, without a doubt, Merriman. I think it's me and Troy expressed our or how would say our distaste for those flat tracks and the way they drive. But hey, we enjoy broadcasting them. So let us know who all you have to thank, any sponsors, friends, family, and maybe watching before we let you go. And enjoy this podium finish before we see you next week.
Gotta thank my wife, taking care of the kid while I'm sitting here playing video games. Love her, thank her for that. Probably some friends and family watching. I send y'all's link out every Wednesday, and whoever has nothing else to do at 7:45, jump on and see me play a game. No sponsors. I would love if somebody paid me to cover my league entry fee or whatever, but found the old Hardy's car on Trading Paints, the Russ Wheeler days of Thunder Scheme, and I run 18's my number, so it just worked out that I was the number of the car in the movie. So I guess I can thank Hardy's, even though I haven't been to one in 30 something years.
I almost went to that.
Can't not thank Andrew and you guys for the league broadcast. I mean, this is the first league I ever joined, and I'm a stick around as long as you'll have me. It's a fun league, fair league to run, and enjoy racing with these guys.
I think you said it perfectly. That's one of those things that you feel comfortable with, and you can just simply be happy coming out and enjoying yourself sometime during the week and do some racing. So
Yes,
thank you very much, Merriman, of course. And we sorry to keep saying your last name, but we said Sean quite a bit today. If you didn't think about no,
I know it's easier that way. I understand.
So nonetheless, we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See you all later.
See ya.
All right, Troy, go ahead and take us away with Odie.
This is Angel and Troy in the booth. You got us, brother?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, tell us how your race went from your point of view tonight, bud.
It was interesting. I think the restart, I was pretty aggressive on. I felt like that's where I was able to make up some spots, and Indy's always interesting track. I feel like it's really about saving tires, and me and Sean were talking about how it kind of races like a road course. You got to really hit the apexes on the turns, because if you don't, you're gonna really struggle down the straightaway. So it was fun. I actually had a lot of fun out there. I felt like these Xfinity cars, it's getting off of 2 and getting off of 4, you kind of have a tendency to slide the rear tires a little bit too.
Seemed like once you had your track position, you was able to maintain it for the whole entire of the race there. But it was good to see you running up front. Tell us about the contact between you and the 24 car towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I know what he was trying to do. He was just trying to let me by, but it was just one of those spots where, it's just a difficult spot to try and let someone by. And when you're on the bottom and you're on old tires and you kind of start to get tight, and he's trying to lift at the very exit of the corner, it definitely made for an interesting end of the race, because I just felt like the car never felt the same after that. It just felt a little bit tighter, and I mean, it didn't hurt too bad because I still had a good gap back to fourth, but I felt like trying to run down Sean at, pitting a lap later, I just felt like I never had that advantage again on tires, and I just couldn't really make up much ground after that.
You get a race car. I mean, this is a pretty good way to start the season, other than a win. I mean, what's the season look like for you this year?
I mean, this definitely puts a better, look on things when you can start the season with a top 5 and top 3 and try to set yourself up for some success, for the rest of the season. I feel like the points are always easier to get at the beginning of the year versus trying to do it right before the chase. So like I said, I kind of like Indy. I think it's one of those tracks that when you get into a rhythm and you can really play a key part. Now, granted, you could say there was some fuel strategy with that second caution almost lining up perfectly, to where you could make it the rest of the way. So with only a couple more stops. So I think it was one of those things that just kind of all fell into place. But you can never complain about a top 3 to begin the season.
Absolutely not. How does next week at race at Gateway look for you?
Gateway's an interesting track. You got 2 completely different turns, and again, I think it's really about making sure you brake at the correct spot. You kind of roll the center of the corner, kind of hit that apex, and again, you kind of want to really muster up the speed to get down the straightaways. Because if you struggle on either of the exits, you're really going to struggle down the straightaway, and it's going to be one of those things people are going to try to take advantage in the turn 1 and turn 3 on you.
Absolutely, especially how tight the radius is in turn 1 and 2. But we'll see how that goes next week. Before we let you go, my friend, is there anybody you'd like to thank? Friends, family?
Just thank the sponsors on the card this year again. It'll be Martin Truex Jr. Foundation and Sherry Strong with both those organizations. So I felt like Martin ran one of these schemes, at Indy a couple of times. So to even, run this scheme and to run as well as I did at this track, it's got a little bit of a special meaning to it.
Thank you, bud. You had a great start to the season, bud. We can't wait to see what you do the rest of the season.
All right, thanks, guys.
I'm not letting you go without saying, man, congratulations, 3rd place. You didn't even, you were asking me if you wanted to come back to this series or not. Wednesdays.
I like the guys in this league.
No,
I think,
I remember you said you just weren't sure because of the how you had been racing, and here you go, 3rd in the first race.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I mean, I felt like it might be the most, I would say, exhausting race I've ever had to drive. With 60 laps of green or whatever it was, and then just trying to chase down those guys. I mean, this league, when you're up front and you're racing with like guys like Todd, Sean Merriman, like you race with those guys, you have to be perfect because you can't make a mistake. And I think that kind of showed up tonight. I know Alex Tuff was good at the end of those runs, but when you look at it, I mean, there was quite a gap behind us, and you trying to chase down those guys in front, they're not slipping at all. So you got to make sure you hit your marks.
Yeah, that you hit it, I think, on the nose right there with the way these drivers are at the top of this series. And well, I'm happy for you, buddy. Congratulations. You don't get to, unfortunately, keep to have the biggest mover of the race on your own, because Alex Teff right behind you would also gained 18 spots. So 2 biggest movers of the race. But good luck, and congratulations, man. I'm happy for you, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
But
I had to jump in. He really wasn't sure if he was gonna jump in. He was.
I was waiting for you.
Because he had said, he's like, I really do like racing him. Racing with the series. He's just a little down. We'll just it's gonna be hard. It can be hard when we're not winning races, and so to see that difference is pretty nice for him. So and we said that you look at Truth, where man, look where Truth's at. With his speed as well now. Oh,
I mean,
man.
there's many. He's one of the most
this.
improved race car drivers that we got out here. So
reset our whole SDK here. I'm sorry, everybody. Whoa. Try that again.
Yeah, Truth came back, finished in the 5th position.
One more lap, and he would have been fourth, and probably not much more from there. So the Sean's 1-2, Dunaway Merriman, Odie we just spoke with, Alex Teff there in 4th, great again, jump for him, and Truth Hoke, great speed there at the end for him. Todd Slauson in 6th, Lee Campbell 7th, along with Kyle Hess in 8th, Cody Bonelli there in 9th, and Curtis Ecker going to round out the top 10. Kirby Wainscott in 11th, Brandon Honeycutt with his additional pit stop there in 12th. Jesse Fox would finish in 13th with Matt Metler. Quiet Race back there in 14th, along with Paul Shaw also there in 15th. Metler up 11 spots, so that's a pretty big jump for him as well. Andrew Teff back there to 16th. He said it there in the chat afterwards. That gamble definitely cost him a big time in the long run. Aaron Roth in 17th, Tim Wright in 18th, along with Dennis Kane 19th, Cooper Reddick rounding out the top 20, Matthew Jarrett, Aaron Marcus, Pete Polini, Jacob Plank gonna round out to the 24th position with Ryan Coker in 25th, and then Trevor Woodward there in 26th. I apologize, everybody. I think my thing is just freezing, so I'm not gonna keep trying to mess with it. Did not continue to move up. Troy, thank you for joining me here for another season. We're so happy to bring you all this amazing series again. And Indianapolis, not an easy track, not an easy car with Xfinity cars, and here we are, season opener. Only 2 cautions early on, and then nearly 60 laps straight of green flag racing.
Yeah, once got the cobwebs shooken out of them, the first 2 early cautions, it was a typical Racers Elite races, no caution, so.
Yeah, it was great racing there. We appreciate everybody, as always, for joining us here on the Sim Racing Media Network. We do look forward to seeing you next week here. Once again, same time as always, 7:45 p.m. Wednesday nights. Set an alarm on your phone so that you can join us in chat, YouTube, or Facebook. We'll bring to you the Racers Elite Xfinity Series at Gateway, where once again you will be reminded how much Troy and I will be happy to be in the booth and not racing. So thank you again all. Oh, we enjoy it. Have a great night, everybody, and stay safe out there.